Hey guys, Coach JT and Coach Campbell here. We're excited to have a great Chalk Talk Wednesday where we do our Q&A session. We've got Campbell, what, 5 or 6 questions from the community tonight?
Yeah, we've got 5 questions tonight, and we're pretty excited to answer them all for you.
Yeah, do you think we're going to get stumped tonight?
Ooh, I don't know. I definitely won't get stumped, but we'll see about you, Coach JT.
I know, you're a stud. You're a stud. I love it. All right, well, let's dive right into it. Let's get going. Let's not waste any time. If we got 5 questions, it might take us the whole time.
Okay, let's just hop right in. Okay, so the first question is, what's one mindset shift you've seen make the biggest difference in an athlete's development, both on and off the field?
One mindset shift. Man, that's a good question. Give a thumbs up to whoever gave that question out of the community. I would say the biggest mindset shift that any player and or coach can have is it's the moment when they finally decide that they're going to get it what they want no matter what. And I know everybody says, yeah, I want to be a good player, I want to hit home runs, I want to do this, I want to be a team captain, I want to go to college, all this stuff. Everybody says, I want. Coaches say, I want to win, all this stuff. But I've been doing this long enough that I noticed that there's a point where a lot of people fall off. They just give up, they quit, right? And that's when you fail. You don't fail until you quit. But at that moment, there's a handful of the greats, whether they're playing or they're coaching, that something changes, something they make this decision, and you could see it in their eyes. You could see it on the field. You could see it in their posture, where suddenly without a doubt, just look at them, they're going to get what they want, right? And everything changes. They become this sponge for information, and they're the first one to practice. They're the last one to leave. They're asking questions, but it's not the kid that's sitting there trying to suck up to you to get playing time asking questions. It's I need to know the answer. It's not I want the answer. It's not I want to be good. It's I need to be good. This is what I want to do. In this, man, I'm really pumped up about this question, ain't I?
Yeah, you are.
That's the biggest thing. When they make this decision, and it's internal, it's not external. A parent can't make it for you, a coach can't make it for you. But you just see, and as a coach, you're just like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. Because from that moment going forward, the learning curve goes from like this, and they're sort of like gradually learning to boom, and they're out of this world. And it's like they break through this. Bob Proctor calls it a paradigm, right? They believe they're this, and something happens where they see this goal that they've been working at for a long time, and all of a sudden they say, "Actually, I can do that," and then bam, they just take off like a rocket. That's the biggest one, I think, and I don't know if that qualifies as a single thing. It's like a compilation of moments. And some guys like Michael Jordan, his point was when he got cut from the JV basketball team, and that was the best thing that ever happened to that guy because he went to work. He was like, oh no, there's no way somebody's gonna be better than me. He just went to work. It's like Will Smith always says. One of his famous quotes is, if I get it on a treadmill, and this is Will Smith, not me. If I get it on a treadmill next to you, I'm going to beat you or I'm going to die. I will outwork you. I promise you. We'll get on that treadmill and you will stop before I stop or I will die. And that's that mentality. Once you make that decision and it's no longer a wish and a dream, it's I believe. And now it's time to go to work. Right? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think that's great. I love that already you're up on your preacher's backs over there.
Oh my gosh, I
Um,
love that. Such a great question, but I'd love to hear. what you have to say. And just so the listeners know, my boxer is outside the door whining right now, so I'm gonna have to let him. Nobody else is home. But go ahead, Campbell. Say what you think.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's necessarily like a mind shift I've seen. I guess it's more like I've seen in people, well, I guess it is a mind shift, but I've seen with a few people like they make that conscious decision to be present, to be coachable, to be open to learning. And I've seen it happen with a handful of guys on the team, like Woody, who we talk about often on this podcast. You can just see that he wants to learn how to play baseball. He has this drive to play baseball, and he made this decision to be coachable and to be open to learning and just, to do whatever it takes to be able to play baseball. And he's a great guy. He has a great personality. And now all of a sudden he has been working so hard and his work has been noticed, you know? I mean, we put him out there in the field. He had his first, and now he has like 8 career catches out in the outfield. Um,
Awesome.
and we learned that he has a great arm and all we needed to do is just you know, help him with his throwing progression a little bit. And he's going to be a fucking, oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't say that, but he's going to
We'll
be a
bleep that
stud
out later,
out in
Campbell.
the
He's
outfield.
gonna be a stud. Yeah, no,
He's
I
going to be a stud.
that's so cool. And I love how your face lights up when you talk about that. And that's how every coach is when you see these kids you're coaching, no matter how old they are. I mean, the same thing with the adult guys that I coach. And when you see one of them take a turn, it's just amazing. And age doesn't matter. You could be old, you could be young, whatever. You as long as you're coachable and you learn things, and it's like a proud papa moment. Now you're just like, oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been
Well,
telling
and
you.
yeah, it can go for like anything. Just as long as like you set your mind to something and you're open to being coached on that thing, or you're open to listening to people, you're open to learning. Like that can change your mindset for anything you put your mind to. Like I have a friend who's a bodybuilder and he went from in his very first competition getting 5th place to getting 3rd place in both categories he competed in this last competition.
Nice.
And he's looking for like 1st and 2nd place in his next competition coming up.
And what's he doing now that he's decided to be to compete at that high level? Is he doing different things now?
Yeah, well, actually, he's on a bulk right now. So he's gonna bulk and just gain more muscle mass so that he can, when he cuts again, he can work out more, have better muscle definition, and that's gonna get him that 1st and 2nd place in his next competition. But he is so dedicated. Like, I don't know how many 23-year-olds you know who go to bed at 7 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. and he goes on like 2 hour-long walks a day and he is in the gym constantly and he's still maintaining a 4.0 GPA in college.
Nice. That's awesome. I don't know any. I know one. I guess I know one.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I think we hit that. I think we passed on that question. I think we did a good job. What's our next one?
Okay, so the next question our listeners have for us is how do you approach building confidence in players who might be struggling with performance or self-doubt?
Ooh, I know that the person who asked this has some trouble with their girls or boys or whatever um, on the field, but my answer is going to start before that. And what I would say is change their posture. And that seems like a strange question or a strange answer, I should say. But what I've noticed in my years of coaching is that if you can start there to where I can almost promise you, without ever having seen these kids, that they have slumped shoulders, they walk around with their head down, they're shy, all those things that people who aren't confident have, right? Well, you can either build your confidence through success, right? It's called the success cycle. So you have a success and you do something and you have a success and then you um, feel good about that. So you repeat that and you keep going around and every time you do it, you get better and you get more confident and all of that. And that's great. But this coach right here sounds like they have somebody who's very not confident. So they're not having a lot of success. And I would start with your posture. And the reason why is think about it. Campbell, put a smile on your face right now. Come on. All right. So you feel better, right? Instantly. Like instantly. I can feel you feel better, right? Because you're smiling.
Yeah.
And it's the same with your posture. When you sit up and you constant and you focus on it, it does two things. One, it directs your focus at something intentionally, your body. You're very much here and present. It's a good learning space to be in, right? And number two, you just, you, what am I trying to say here? You give out this energy, this feeling, this vibe. Yeah, I am confident, right? And you can actually start with the posture. You don't have to be confident to have the posture. You can change your posture right now. And what I would say to this coach is the first thing I would do is go through and get them to teach them good posture. Get them to have good posture, whoever this is. Have them, I know you guys can probably hear my dog back here making his bed or whatever the heck he's doing. But
Please
teach,
excuse Bentley.
yeah, he's such a goofball. But teach them good posture and tell them to focus on it, right? Walk around in the halls and focus on your posture. When you're in your chair, in your at the table at home, focus on your posture. When you're at school, at your desk, focus on your posture. When you're at lunch with your friends, focus on your posture. And if you do that, what you'll notice is everything gets better. You start to have more friends. You start to have better interactions. You start to feel better. You start to have more confidence. So even though we haven't really done anything but change how you're sitting there or how you're standing or how you're walking, now you have a different presence about you. And you're very, very much in your body when you're doing that. And once you get in your body and you're focused on that, it's a very quick learning process. You can shorten the learning process. So all the techniques and things that you've been teaching these kids, and I'm talking directly to the coach right now, all the things that you've been teaching these kids, when you get their posture right, all of a sudden they'll sink in. All of a sudden they'll absorb that. All of a sudden you'll see, like I'm always talking about exponential growth, right? And you'll start to see that for two reasons. Number one, well, there's probably three or four reasons for sure. But number one, they feel better because they're smiling, they got good posture. Other people notice that they're giving off a better energy. Number two, they're starting to get some confidence because of those things we just mentioned. And then number three, I forgot because I was so into number one and two. What was I trying to say on number three? Help me out here, Campbell. This doesn't qualify as a stump on a question, right? I know there's a third one. It'll come back to me. But that's my answer. If you got girls or boys that are going up there and they're not confident, start with their posture. You'll be amazed how quickly that changes everything else.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think that's awesome, and that's definitely something I'm gonna implement. What I do with like individual people is I just make sure on my team I am very, very positive. And when I have guys who are struggling with their confidence, I'm like, hey, I know you. I know you in practice. You're the best guy out there. And I know you're going to go out there, you're going to have your teammates' backs. You're gonna go up there, you're gonna hit the crap out of that ball, like I'm just like, hey, I'm your number one cheerleader over here. And usually that helps them. Like I've heard from a lot of guys from, guys who are 50 and older, and then some of my guys are on my DU team who are like 20, 21, who they're like, yeah, I just needed someone to tell me like I've got this. And sometimes that's all your team needs. Like they just need someone to believe in them. If they're having a bad day, a bad practice, maybe they're having a bad season, they just need that one person to be like, "Hey, I know you can do it. You know you can do it. Like go out there. You got this. I believe in you." And sometimes that's all it takes.
That's amazing. I love that, and that absolutely makes a difference. I always try to praise as much as I possibly can, no matter the situation. Praise just always, it makes you feel better, it makes them feel better. Why wouldn't you do it, right? Even if it didn't do anything else, why wouldn't you do it? I love it. The other thing that is a great idea is to have them play for somebody else, because sometimes when somebody is thinking about themselves, that's when they start to lose their confidence, because they're worried about, what if I mess up, what if I strike out, what if I don't look good, what if my dad won't like me, what if my mom's going to be mad at me because I don't perform well, what if coach doesn't play me anymore because I'm not performing well. And those are real conversations that happen in these kids' heads, and even in adults I've seen it, and it just, you can see it strips whatever confidence they have away. And if you just say, hey, look, there's sometimes when they're so far gone that you can't say or do anything to get them to come back, then you say, look, you're playing first base right now for me, right? Get them to confirm that, and then say, do you know that Ellie over at third base is, hit or miss with their throws, and there's nobody else I trust better to go to be able to do that. So can you just go out there and pick her throws for me? That's all I care about. Just when Ellie gets a ground ball, pick her throw, make her look good. That's all I care about. Don't worry about anything else. If you can just focus on that right now for me, and you'll be surprised at how much that changes their demeanor and their posture and their confidence in a very short time frame.
Yeah.
All right. I
Okay.
think you got that
Are
one.
we?
You get that one? Is it done?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on
Woo-hoo!
the head.
2 for 2. I think you did too. I love what you said.
Thanks. Okay, ready for the next one?
I am ready. I'm nervous about this one, I'll tell you. Or excited. Nervous or excited, same thing, right?
Same thing. Okay. This one is, in your experience, what role does technology like AI swing analysis play in helping athletes reach their potential?
This is such a
I
great
think you've got this one covered.
this is such a great question. I'm probably not going to answer it the way you think, but baseball and softball, they're fraternities, right? We've done it this way forever. And what you'll find is the coaches who are at the top of their game or exceeding, winning World Series and softball champions and all that, they're actually doing different things now, right? Because one of the definitions of somebody who is wise is the fact that they can change and adapt as things grow. And one of those things now is technology. So there's all kinds of really cool technology. So with Rapsodo and hit tracks and TrackMan, you can track exit rates and velocities and launch angles and spin rates and all of these things. And you can use that data to get better. Absolutely, 100% you can. So I love it. And now we got AI, right? And now we got AI. So we actually have a product, and I'm sure this is why you said that, but it's Pack AI. We haven't named it yet. So if you guys want to give some feedback on what we should call that. But right now, the only thing it does is your swing analysis, but it gives you a report card and it tracks your progress and all kinds of cool stuff. And it does it in seconds. So you actually get access to myself, my partner Larry, who will look at your swing, and then you can choose who you want feedback from. You just upload the video, click process. It'll show you where in the video clips that you're having these issues with your swing. and then I'll tell you in whatever language you speak. I'll tell you what's going on, and then the really cool thing is I'll set a follow-up date for you to submit your next video, and I'll give you some drills to do to repair that part of your swing. Isn't that cool? That's
That's
technology right
awesome.
there. And I'm not the only one doing it. When Reality has the swing, and then Mustard, they have a great app where they do pitching and golf. If you're an amateur golfer or want to be a professional golfer or whatever, their golf stuff is amazing. And the stuff they do with AI to analyze your pitching and angles and timing and all that stuff, it's just so cool. And it's like having a professional coach in your office with you, or on the field with you, or in the cage when you're in there with your dad or your mom or by yourself. It's amazing. It's technology is awesome, and it makes everybody's life better, right? Like if you think about it, if you were a king in the 1800s or whatever, you live like crap compared to how you and I live right now. And you were the richest guy in the land, right? And yeah, you probably had servants and all this other stuff, but I mean, come on. We got toilets and electricity. What else do you want?
And heat.
And eat, right? I mean, we live way better than they did, and that all has to do with technology. So I am not of the old school. I am big time advocate for technology. Use data, use metrics, use numbers to improve. That's how you improve in business. That's how you improve in marketing. That's how you improve in baseball, and that's how you improve in softball. And really, that's how you want to improve anything. Look at the numbers. They're going to tell you the story. And they don't lie to you. They're going to tell you what's going on.
Yeah. Well, and I can say I have seen the AI program and work, and it's incredible. It's absolutely amazing. And I have had coaches JT and Larry. They came to practice. They gave my guys some drills to work on and stuff. And then I've also seen like I took videos of them, uploaded it into the AI, and it's incredible. They were saying the same things, given the same drills. Like it is just like you have coaches Larry and coaches JT in the room with you. It's
Isn't that
amazing.
cool? Isn't that cool?
It's
I
so
love it. I
cool.
think maybe at the end of this segment, for those watching the video, I know some of you are listening to this on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from. But if you're watching this video, I think if you remind me, Campbell, at the end, we should take them on a tour of the community so they could see not the AI necessarily, but the community that we're talking to and where these questions are coming from.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Um, so are you ready for our next question?
Oh my gosh, yes. Did we finish that one? Are we good?
I think so, yeah.
All right, that was an easy one.
Yeah. Um, so this next question is, can you share a story where a team or player overcame a major obstacle through community support or the wolf pack culture?
Community support or the wolf pack culture? Definitely the wolf pack culture, because that's me. I was born from me. Yes, that intermixes with Larry and with you and everybody else involved, but yeah, definitely the wolf pack culture and community support. Absolutely. I'm trying to think. So there was this girl Hal that we had on Miley's Revolution team, and when I came, when Miley came to the program, I was not a coach. I want to say that right now. I was not a coach. Miley, her senior year, wanted me to just be her dad while she played her last year of comp ball, and that was amazing. I would absolutely do that again. Um, but when we first came in there, Hal's a good player. She's a great player, actually. And in practice, she was wonderful. And then I was talking to the coach. I'm like, how come it doesn't seem like she really shows up at games? And he's like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. And then I talked to Miley, my daughter, your little sister, and I said, Miley, what's going on here? And she's like, nobody likes Hal. And I said, oh, I know exactly what's going on. So I went over and talked to Hal, and I personally interacted with her and got to feel kind of what was going on, and said, you know what? I think it's not that you're not a likable person. I think it's that you are very opinionated and you have no give. You're like a brick, and bricks are hard. And hard is okay as long as you don't want friends, right? If you're hard, it's very very hard to be soft if you're a brick, right? So I talked to her about that, and after that, she actually became a leader on the team. She did really well. She ended up going to Otero College to play softball, and the girls had a great time, and it really changed the dynamic. And she had played with the team a year before, maybe even 2 years. No, I think it was just one season before that she had done a full season with that team before Miley joined. And so it's amazing that with understanding what the actual problem is, how it just sort of corrects itself just by having that discussion with her. And um, that's one example. And I know I wasn't coaching there, but that's an example of what a coaching culture and community we've built with Pack Nation, right? Because we will do that with anybody. If you're a coach who wants to come in and learn how to be a better coach, we'll do that with you. If you're a player who wants to come in and be a better player, we'll do that with you. Absolutely, 100%. Open arms. I don't care who you are or what your challenge is. Our group, our community can find the answer. And a lot of times it's not me. I mean, some of the answers you come up with, Campbell, are phenomenal that I don't even think about when the questions are asked. And that's why it's a community. And that's the value of this community. I mean, it's coaches helping other coaches get better. And the bottom line is, I love this game. You love this game. The other coaches love this game. And if we're better coaches, we're going to have better players. If we have better players, the game's going to get better, faster, more exciting, which is what everybody wants. I love it. And I apologize. Somebody just got home and now I got to let the dogs out of the office. Killing me. Killing me, Smalls. All right. Anybody who has dogs out there knows exactly what I'm going through right now.
Especially if you have boxers.
Especially if you have whitey ass
Air
boxers.
They're talkers. They let you know what they want.
Yes. And sometimes they punch you.
Yeah. And occasionally they sneak into your bed and they steal your pillow and sleep under the covers right next to you.
Oh, we're getting real personal now. We're getting real personal. I love it. Hey, why don't you answer this question too, Campbell? I'm curious to say, I mean, you grew up in the pack culture in our house. Like,
Mm.
what is your answer to this question? Do you have a good story?
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily have like a story, but I mean, I did. I mean, we grew up in a household where it was just like our family, we are a team. And like we work as a unit. We share everything with each other. Like we share each other's heartbreaks, we share each other's um exciting news. We share everything with each other. And our family is so open and communicative, and you always know what's going on in everybody's lives. And I think I have met a lot of people in college who just they don't have that relationship with their parents or with their family, with their sisters. And a lot of them, they'll like come over. One of my friends, Gwen, she comes over to our house a lot. And she's like, I love your house. Like, it's so loud and it's crazy, but you can tell that you guys love each other and you're there for each other and you just, you know everything about each other. And I think that's really, really great. And I love that you and mom created that community, that wolf pack, for a family because it really did. It made for a great childhood. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And that's what I'm planning on doing with my family when I have one in like 20 years from now.
Or whenever it happens, it'll be awesome. Hey, so I love that. I love that. I love that. And yeah, and you girls we've always been super open with that. And that's the thing. If you're open and you communicate, and it's really about, I'm not saying that we don't judge ever, because we definitely do. I mean, there are 5 women in this house, right? We definitely do some judging, but it's there's this level of trust that we've built that says if I got a problem, I can go to my family and they're going to help me get through it. And that's really where the pack family is, right? If we've got a kid who's struggling on the field, I promise you that's not the only part of their life they're struggling in, right? If they're struggling
Mhm.
at school, that's not the only part of their life that they're struggling in. If they're struggling at home, that's not the only part of their life they're struggling in. So, you as coaches, when you get these kids and you see that they're struggling on the field, you know that globally it's happening other places, right? It's not just happening on the field. And when you can affect change on the field, you affect change in their whole world, their life. You will change someone's life. I mean, we talked about that question of creating confidence in your players earlier, and that's exactly it, man. If you do those things with those players here on the field while you got them, man, you're changing their life. You're changing their life, and that's cool. That's way cooler than winning baseball and softball games. They're winning
Yeah.
in life. Freaking love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you answered that right on the dot. I think that was great.
Oh my gosh, we're doing so good. What are we? Is that 4 now?
Yeah, that's four.
4 for 4.
Okay.
That's a good day. Are we going to go for 5?
You ready for the last question?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. What advice would you give to parents or coaches who want to help athletes balance development, competition, and fun?
You make it. I'm going to answer this real quick and real easy. And I know all my answers have been long tonight. If you want to balance fun, competition, and what?
Um, Development.
Development,
Oh, wait, development, competition, and fun.
development, competition, and fun. It's easy. Make development and competition fun. Period. That's all you got to do. See, when you go out there and you just drill, right? You just do these drills, do these drills, do these drills. It becomes monotonous. It becomes hard. It becomes that. And if you're not giving them a bigger picture or a bigger goal, then that becomes practice becomes something of a burden, right? And you've seen this in your little sister. When they're not winning and they're not being coached properly on their goals and what they're working toward and what practice is actually for, practice becomes super burden. It's burdensome. How am I saying that wrong? I don't feel like I'm
No,
saying
you're saying it right.
that. Okay. It's a big time burden instead of what it should be, right? My thing is when I was growing up, like I love practice. Why do I love practice? I get to swing the bat 100 times. I get to throw the ball 100 times. I get to do all this stuff. I get to go to the outfield and shag balls and I'm diving. And I never play the outfield, right? So I always made practice fun. And I still do. I always make practice fun because if development and competition is not fun, why are you playing a game? It's a baseball game. It's a softball game. I don't go and say, "Hey guys, we have these family game nights, right?" And I say, "Hey guys, tonight we're gonna do math. We're gonna do math together. Let's do some science." And I'm sorry if there's some people out there who want to do that. I'm not dogging that. I'm just saying that wouldn't go over all that well in my house. No, we say let's play some cards, let's play some checkers, let's play some BS, let's play some. You like how I censored myself there. Whatever.
Mhm.
You're playing a game. So just when you're planning practices and you're planning all these things, make sure that you're keeping that in mind and your plans will start to have this element of fun in them. But it's also about the bigger picture, the bigger goal, right? I never thought of practice for what it was working hard, breaking a sweat, burning calories, all of these things that it was. I never even thought of working out that way. What I thought about was playing, getting that home run, stealing that extra base, throwing that guy out at second, striking that guy out, you know. going 4 for 4, 3 for 3. That's so cool when you do that. And you don't get there without practice. And so when you are so intensely focused on your goal, practice is just the thing that you got to do, and you do it. And then as a coach, you can make it more and more fun. And when you make that fun, and competition, I always thought of competition a little different than a lot of coaches do. They do these speeches where we're going to destroy the enemy and do all that. And I'm not saying they still do that. Maybe they still do. I haven't heard one of those: destroy the enemy, kill the enemies. Uh, I haven't heard one of those speeches in a while. But I'm like, look, my competition is my best friend. Why? Because they bring out all the best qualities in me, right? Because if I'm competing with you, Campbell, if we're across the field competing, make no mistake, I'm here to beat you, right? But if you're hard to beat, it makes me better. How could I be mad at you? If you're hard to beat, I love you. I'm like, man, that was great. I mean, you've seen it, right? I'll be up there on the mound pitching because I still play on 3 teams, right? Because I'm crazy. I love this game. But I'll be up there pitching. And for those of you in the coaches community, I'm a catcher, but I'll be up there pitching, and somebody will get a good hit off me, and I'll look at them and say, nice hit, man. You got me that time, because I'm like, it's just competition is awesome. It's the best part of the game. It brings out all of your best qualities. And if you look at it like that, I mean, how could it not be fun? Are you getting some text messages right now, Campbell, or what are you looking at there? Are you taking
I'm
notes?
filing
I
my
love it.
I'm filing
You're
now.
filing your nail right now while I'm talking? Oh my gosh.
I'm
Those of you listen
listening
to
to
me,
you. I just
those of
got
you listen,
distracted.
those of you listening to me on the podcast, I hope you know she is my daughter. So occasionally my voice is like this thing that just sort of puts people to sleep.
I gotta keep myself busy, otherwise I'll zone out.
I love you.
Hey, if you've gone through 21 years of Coach JT yapping at you, occasionally you zone out his voice.
I know. Have you ever read my books? Any of my books I wrote?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You're the only one. I
the home
remember
team. I edited.
coaching the home team. Yeah, you helped me edit it. And
Yeah,
how old were you when I wrote that book?
I was in like sixth or seventh grade.
Listen to this. If you're on this is how awesome Campbell is. Campbell edited my book when she was a sixth grader. Just let that sink in for a second. This is a published Morgan James published his book for me. You can get it on Amazon. Coaching the Home Team. Campbell edited that book. How amazing is this coach right here?
Keep in mind, I edited it when I was in sixth grade. There are a couple of grammatical errors in it, but
I still love it. I love it. I love
now going back reading it, I'm like, oh.
it. You're gonna love this new book I'm almost finished with. It's called The Psychology of Hitting. Oh my god. I love it. I write a few chapters and then I reread it and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then I write a few more chapters. I absolutely love it. It's so exciting.
That's awesome.
All right. Hey,
I think,
do we have time then? We finished all the questions, right?
yeah. Can
Do we
I
have
add
time?
something to your last question though?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because I was listening to you, despite me filing my nail. But yeah, I think it's great to incorporate competition into practice and just, make sure like people know that this is a game. Like this is meant to be fun. This is something that you're supposed to have fun with. And like in our household, we are very, very competitive in nature. I mean, both my parents are super competitive, and now all three of us girls are so competitive. And yes, we do get frustrated with each other. We do get mad with each other. But if Miley wins a game of Clue, okay, well, I'm gonna win the next game of Clue. Or like we were playing this word game the other night, and the more my parents kept getting right, the more Miley and I were just getting angrier and angrier. And then all of a sudden we started getting all these like riddles right. And yeah, it just you can build off of each other. And I mean, we still love each other and we just love to build off of each other and make each other better. And I think that's a great thing to talk about with your team. Like you love your team, you love your opponents. You got to go in there and like just go in there and improve by playing those people, by bouncing off of other people, by using them as like, hey, not as like a, oh, they're so good, we're never gonna beat them. Be like, hey, you know what? They're really good. You know what we can do? We can just keep playing them. And eventually one day, like we did with DU, we used to get our butts whooped by CC. And now every time we play them, we whip them.
Yeah. And there was a point when you're like, oh, I don't want to play these guys, right? Or your players were, and you're like, no, we got to keep playing them. They're in our league, but we got to keep playing. It's a little different because you have to play them because they're in your league. But it's like
Yeah.
these parents when they come to me and they say, oh, we're a B level team. Well, is that what you want to be? If I put you in the B level, you might win, but you're not going to get better because you're saying put me in a place where I know I can win because the competition is lower. And that drives me crazy. Like if I put you in the A division and you're losing, just get better every single time you lose. Just get better every single time you lose. And the next thing you know, you win a tournament or you're a runner up and all this stuff. And at the end of the year, always, and parents drive me crazy with this. And I don't know why they always want to do this. It's like those participation trophies. They just drive me crazy. But it's the competition that makes the game fun. As
Yeah.
long as you're not looking at them as the enemy, but the competition is what makes you better, right? It's like all these business guys. I used to speak a lot at these business seminars and about manifestation and stuff, and they're, oh well, the pie is this big, and you don't want this competition. No, man. The more competition I have, the better my product's gonna be. Come on, what are you talking about? If I'm losing to the competition, I want to make it better. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. Come on, competition makes everything better.
It does.
And
We
it
would
makes
not be the
and it
family we
makes it
are without competition.
yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Is that everything you
Okay.
did we 5 for 5 tonight?
Yeah, we covered all the questions. 5 for 5. You didn't get stumped once. Proud of you,
Nice.
JT.
Nice. I knew it. I doubted for a second. I just like a millisecond. Hey, quick question.
Yes.
Do we have time to take these guys who are watching the video through this community real quick? Or
Yeah,
should
you
we
have
wrap it
15
up?
minutes. You have 15 minutes.
I have 50. I don't need 15 minutes. I can do this a lot quicker. 15 minutes. All right, Campbell, I am sharing
Do I
you.
time you like I time mom?
Tell me when you can see our community.
I can see it.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so right here, you're looking at the calendar. The classroom is where it's cool. Look at this. These are where all of our recordings, just like tonight, live. Inside the dugout is our Monday night recordings. Chalk Talk Wednesdays, Q&A. That's our Wednesday recordings. Then these other clubs, you have to pay to belong to these. Sorry, guys. Community here. So we have all these things. So if you want to talk about stuff inside the dugout, you can go through here. There's all kinds of wonderful information here coming from inside the dugout. I don't know why all of a sudden it says import data, but I guess I don't know what that is, but it has something to do with loading the questions and comments and stuff. Then we got PAX softball, where we talk about the academy, community, and culture. Youth baseball coaching. That's specifically if you're a youth baseball coach getting started and wanting to know how to get better. This is the place you come and join these discussions, right? Then we got softball coaching. Then we got problems with parents. Oh, there's only a few posts in here. We better get active in that one, huh? Because we know they're active on the field. But that's where you come in and you discover you don't come in here to complain about parents. You come here to figure out how to handle them better, right? And we've had calls about that. Volunteer coaching tips. Oh, fantastic section right here. Team culture, baseball coaching community, softball coaching community. Is just strictly if you're in softball, you're in here. If you're in baseball, in here. We're just opened up those chats, so they are getting some activity now. Just wanted to show you real quick those things. Hopefully, you enjoyed that quick tour of our online community, and we want you there. Join it. If you want to be a better coach, you want to be a better athlete, whatever, better parent, join it. Our conversations are great. They'll help you on and off the field, just like when we're coaching on the field, we help those kids on and off the field.
And if you guys ever have questions that you want answered on a Chalk Talk Wednesday, you can either send them to me, send them to Coach JT, Coach Larry, or you can post them under that Chalk Talk Wednesdays tab. And I make sure before every Wednesday I go through and make sure that if we have any comments in there, I get them answered for you guys.
Oh man, and getting your questions answered feels so good, right? Feels
It
so.
does.
And if you guys want to come on this call, be on our podcast, be on our Q&A, come on this call, ask the questions live. That's even cooler.
You can go into that calendar tab and you can just click on, if you go into the calendar, click on that link that's in there for Mondays and Wednesdays, and it'll take you right to our Zoom link for that specific day. And yeah, we'd love to have you guys come on and join us and ask us questions.
Yeah, anytime, even on Monday. On Monday, if you
Yeah.
want to come on that call. All right, guys. I think that wraps it up for Chalk Talk Wednesday. This has been a wonderful, wonderful call today. Those were some amazing questions from the community, Campbell. I'm so glad that we got those answered. Hopefully that helped those coaches who were asking those questions. And I can't wait to see you again on Monday.
Sounds good. I can't wait to see you either.
And remember, guys, if you love what you hear here, either if you're listening to our podcast, check out our YouTube channel and our school community, Train with Pack. You can go to trainwithpack.com, and we have one other website that I don't know that. Oh, Pack Coaching. If you go to Pack Coaching, that's our AI coaching. And if you want to comment on this video or wherever you're getting this information, help us name that, right? Help us name that AI coaching, because online coaching, AI coaching, that's not right. That's Pat coach. Even Pat coaching is not right. I'm not sure what's right, but you guys might know.
Yeah, well, and wherever you're listening to this, also, if you have any questions, I'll make sure and I start going through and checking the Spotify and our YouTube channel. So wherever you're listening to this, go ahead and drop your questions, and I'll go through and make sure those get answered as well.
Yeah, let's be better coaches. Let's change the world. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Thanks, Campbell. Another wonderful night, and you are amazing. Editing a book in sixth grade, that's crazy.
Thank you. You're amazing too.
Thank
It
you.
takes amazing people to raise an amazing kid.
Yeah, it takes an amazing kid to raise amazing people. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.